A catastrophic failure to the highest degree is to defend white supremacist bullshit ideology and those that perpetrate it, spread it for their own convenience and their own bottom line profits. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are defending Tucker Carlson, and some people have been, but I've been taken out of context. There's no context in which you will find me defending Tucker Carlson and his replacement theory bullshit. You're getting ready to ask the white guys, replacing the white guys with who? Painting the killer, the white supremacists? They're being replaced by blacks. We're not getting the jobs. We're not getting the loans. We're getting the short end of the stick, just like always. What advancements are we making? Because Contagion got a seat. So the Tucker Carlsons and his friends and those that want to go on his network and those that want to grow their audience, the money is green, Johnson. The money. Let's put it in the pockets. People are willing to do whatever it takes in order to broaden their coalition, to build their name. It's the society that we live in. Now, suddenly Tucker Carlson doesn't know what replacement theory is, even though he's a person who's uttered it many times. They play on. Fox News plays on this shit. They've been playing on this terrain of the fear of white guys thinking they're losing the country forever, Johnson.
And citizens. Now, I know that the left and all the little gatekeepers on Twitter become literally hysterical if you use the term replacement, if you suggest that the Democratic Party is trying to replace the current electorate, the voters now casting ballots, with new people, more obedient voters from the third world.
I tell you, Johnson, I find that funny. See, Tucker says the Democrats are trying to replace white voters with people from a third world. He's not talking about us, black folks, because by and large, the Republican Party has done its best to suppress the black vote forever. What do you think the poll tax was? The poll tax was a tax put on black people to keep black people from voting. You had to pay money to vote. Kind of hard to do with no jobs. So there's always been a concerted effort to stop black people from voting. Now, I know there are people that don't want to vote at all anyway. So what is Tucker talking about? Okay? But this replacement theory, as part of it, is the Democrats. So the framing of this whole thing has always bothered me because it gives a false narrative that it's only the Democrats that want political power. This is bullshit. Though some people don't see political power as mattering a whole lot, there are other people that are willing to kill for political power. Okay? Tucker Carlson knows the audience that he talks to believes in political power. That's why he stays on this talking point. Replacement theory. They're replacing good old white boys with people from the southern border. I don't even know how that plays into this guy. But he believed in replacement theory. Peyton, the killer in Buffalo, I don't want to say his name anymore. The killer in Buffalo, the terrorist, the terrorist talked about this.
An unrelenting stream of immigration. But why? Well, Joe Biden just said it. To change the racial mix of the country. That's the reason. To reduce the political power of people whose ancestors lived here and dramatically increase the proportion of Americans newly arrived from the third world. And then Biden went further. He said that non-white DNA is the, quote, source of our strength. Imagine saying that. This is the language of eugenics. It's horrifying. But there's a reason Biden said it. In political terms, this policy is called the Great Replacement, the replacement of legacy Americans with more obedient people from faraway countries. There's a reason Biden said it. In political terms, this policy is called the Great Replacement, the replacement of legacy Americans with more obedient people from faraway countries.
No, they don't count you. No, they don't count you. I just want to make sure we're crystal clear here. When Tucker's talking about America's being replaced, he's not talking about black people, he's talking about white people, okay? Let's just clear this up. Let's just make this crystal clear. He ain't talking about your black ass. He talking about replacing white people, white guys, with Latinos. White guys with those from Central America. He ain't talking about Ukrainians. No, he's not talking about Ukrainians. He's not talking about people coming and overstaying their visas. This is what he's talking about. But the language and the ideology, the theory itself, is that of white people being replaced, in whatever way in which you want to interpret that. And when Tucker talks, it's in defense of white America, not the defense of black folks. So when black people go, hey, we're losing jobs, we're not getting this, we're not getting that, hey, Tucker's not your friend. Just because Jim Clyburn and Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi aren't your friend, don't fall for the bullshit and think that Tucker is. Tucker's not your friend either. You can have multiple people not be your friend. Okay? Okay, multiple group sides can be diametrically opposed to you in different ways. One side wants to use you. One side wants to just get rid of you. Wants to stop you from being in their way. The other side wants to use you and not help you, but lie to you. Like, these things can all exist at the same time. Not every individual person, but the system in itself. Stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Tucker Carlson's not a friend. Tucker won't even admit that the shooter was a racist. He calls the shooter mentally ill here. That's not a friend. Come on now. What kind of friend is that? Black people don't need to be sitting here talking about replacement theory as it pertains to us. Because they have disenfranchised black people to the point. We're so disenfranchised by the system and have been so perpetually. Because you don't like liberals, so now you're in bed with this? This is what we're doing? No, this is not what I'm doing. This is not what I'm doing. I'm not jumping ship into a, out the pan into the frying pot. Out the skillet into the pot. I don't know. Let's not fool ourselves. There are a lot of racists who agree with Tucker. Those who benefit from white supremacy and racism. There are people that benefit from it. There's a fallacy. There are white people that get triggered by these terms. Hey, man, America's a country that runs on certain principles. White is best, and you could be any color and play into that game. Okay? Get what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be white guy or white woman to play the white supremacy game. So let's not fool ourselves into thinking that these people, because they are BIPOC or whatever the hell, or black or anything, or from another group, their sexual orientation or any of that. Let's not pretend, or their class or any of this. Let's not pretend, or their political ideology, whether they are socialist or whatever, conservative, whatever, that they do not benefit. This system is built on certain pillars. Okay? The white man's ISIS coder is a phrase that has permeated Americana for hundreds of years, right? And that is, even if black people got ice, the white people's ice is even colder. You want to get the white ice. That's the better ice. Well, we all know that technically, scientifically, ice has to water has to freeze at a certain temperature. But see, it logically leaves the brain because they believe that the white ice is colder, even though if it's ice, it's the same temperature, right? Unless we're talking slushies. So let's not fool ourselves. There is a lot of money to be made. There's a lot to be done. There are jobs. There are opportunities. And they are what they are. People are going to pursue that. Okay.